Welcome to our channel. You're amazing at one thing, but your job wants you to do everything. Yeah, today we're talking about job specialization. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a student trying to figure out your major, a new employee feeling a bit lost, or anyone who's ever thought, why was I hired for this? But I'm spending all my time doing that, then you are in the right place. We're keeping it real with life examples, a bit of humor, and super simple explanations. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what job specialization means, why nearly every company on the planet uses it, and most importantly, when it's a huge help versus when it just becomes super annoying and leads to burnout. So if you're ready to finally make sense of your role at work or school, stick around. Let's start with the basics. What even is job specialization? In simple terms, it just means focusing on one specific task or a very narrow set of skills instead of trying to do a bunch of different unrelated things. Think of it this way, the Gen Z version would be, you do one thing, but you do it really well. You're the go-to person for that one specific area. Here's a funny but very real example. Imagine you get hired as a video editor. Your job description is clear. You take raw footage, you cut it, you add graphics, you make it look awesome. That's your zone of genius. You are not expected to also be the company accountant, the graphic designer for the sales team, and definitely not the emergency IT support person when the printer breaks down. Your role is specialized. You just edit videos all day, every day. That's the core idea. So why does this concept even exist? Why don't we all just do a little bit of everything? Well, companies love job specialization for a few huge reasons. First, it leads to much faster work. When you do the same task over and over, you naturally get quicker and more efficient. Muscle memory kicks in and you develop shortcuts that a generalist wouldn't know. Second, the quality of the work goes way up. Practice makes perfect, right? An employee who only writes code will eventually become a much better programmer than someone who codes one day, answers customer service calls the next, and designs logos on Friday. You become an expert, and experts produce high-quality results. Third, it makes training new employees a breeze. It's much easier and faster to train someone to do one specific, well-defined task than it is to teach them 10 different complex jobs. This saves the company time and money, and finally, it allows individuals to unlock true expert-level skills, which is great for your career growth. But, and this is a big but, there's a dark side. The disadvantages are very real. For the employee, doing the same thing every single day can get incredibly boring and repetitive. It can feel like you're just a cog in a machine, which can kill your motivation, and that repetitiveness is a direct path to burnout. You might be an expert, but if you're an exhausted and uninspired expert, the quality of your work will eventually suffer. So specialization is like a powerful tool. It can build amazing things, but if you overuse it or use it in the wrong way, it can be pretty dangerous. It's not always just one person doing one task. The first type is called functional specialization. This is probably the one you're most familiar with. It's when a company is divided into different departments and each department has a specific function. For example, the HR department handles all things people related like hiring and benefits. The finance department deals with money, and the IT department manages all the technology. Each team is specialized. The second type is task specialization. This is more granular and often seen in places like factories or assembly lines. Think about building a car. One worker doesn't build the whole car. Instead, one person might be responsible for just installing the driver's side door, another installs the steering wheel, and another fits the tires. Each worker has one specific repetitive task that is part of a larger process. The third type is skill-based specialization. This is all about your unique talents and training. A graphic designer designs, a programmer codes, and a writer writes. These roles are separated based on the highly specific skills required to perform them. Of course, in the real world, things get a little messy. We've all seen the meme, right? Your boss says, "Hey, I need you to stay in your lane and focus on your core responsibilities." and it's something completely outside of your job description. That's the workplace reality. The lines between specialized roles can often get blurred, especially in smaller companies or fast-paced startups. So how do we find the right balance? This brings us to the classic debate, job specialization versus job enlargement. Job enlargement, on the other hand, is the opposite. It involves expanding a person's role to include more varied tasks, usually at the same level of responsibility. The goal here is to increase variety and reduce that feeling of boredom. An efficient, specialized worker might be great for productivity, but they might also be bored out of their mind. A worker with an enlarged role has more variety, which can be more engaging, but they might also feel stressed and overwhelmed by having to juggle so many different things. They might not become a true expert in any single one of them. The key for both employees and managers is to find the sweet spot, a role that is specialized enough to build expertise, but varied enough to keep you engaged and learning. Let's look at how this plays out in the real world for different people. If you're a student, choosing a major is your first big step into specialization. You're not studying everything. You're choosing to become an expert in engineering or marketing or history. This is skill-based learning that prepares you for a specialized career. For employees already in the workforce, specialization is often the path to promotion. You become the go-to person for a certain skill, which makes you incredibly valuable. This can lead to expert roles, senior positions, and leadership opportunities within your specific field. And for companies, we see it everywhere. Assembly lines in factories are the classic example of task specialization. Tech teams are a perfect example of functional and skill-based specialization, with back-end developers, front-end developers, and QA testers all working together. Even hospitals are a masterclass in specialization. You have surgeons, anesthesiologists, nurses, and radiologists, each a deep expert in their own domain. You wouldn't want your heart surgeon to also be the one running the MRI machine and filing the insurance paperwork. But remember the burnout risk. A surgeon is highly specialized and highly effective. A barista at your favorite coffee shop is also specialized. They know exactly how to pull the perfect espresso shot. A content creator is specialized in scripting, filming, and editing. But if you overwork any of them and never give them opportunities to grow, learn new things, or just take a break from the repetition, their motivation will plummet, and so will their performance. So to wrap it all up, job specialization is a fundamental concept that shapes our entire economy and our individual careers. When used correctly, it's a superpower. It boosts productivity, builds deep expertise, and drives innovation. But it needs balance. Too little specialization, and you get chaos where no one is truly good at. Anything too much specialization and you get boredom, burnout, and a workforce of disengaged robots. The smartest companies and the most successful professionals understand this. They find ways to mix deep, specialized work with opportunities for growth, cross-functional collaboration, and continuous learning. So the next time you feel like you're stuck doing just one thing, think about whether it's helping you become a valuable expert or just boxing you in. And if you're a manager, think about how you can give your team the benefits of focus without the downside of boredom. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of job specialization and how it affects you. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. Let me know in the comments what your job is and how specialized it is. I'd love to hear about your experiences. See you in the next one.